up a video that I've been given. And as before it starts, I'm going to describe. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone. And so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does.
You sound nervous, huh?
This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling.
So they saying a so-called UFO or UAP was hit by a Hellfire missile and it kept traveling.
So, Mr. Knapp, have you heard about, events like this occurring? And what information might you have?
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What flies like that?
Again, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is, why are we being blocked from this information consistently?
So that's the first video we seen. What was just played, a so-called UFO, which in the Holy Scriptures is known as a chariot. It was hit by a Hellfire missile and it just kept going, not being affected. Now, the second video I'm about to play is another so-called UFO, which is a chariot. But look at the size of this thing, all right? As a matter of fact, before I play this one, I'm going to go ahead and say I want to give our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. And may the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the households of the hopeful elect. This is Brother Shema Wan from the Great Millstone Houston Church. So like I was saying, I just wanted to, shed light on these videos of these chariots, which is a faith booster, especially in the days that we're in. The Lord is revealing to us what we have forward to look to, man. This is our salvation, like it says in Habakkuk 3 and 8. All right, mentioning these chariots real quick. I'll get a scripture first, then I'll go back and play the second video. These chariots are our way out. Real quick. This is Habakkuk. Hold up. Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, was the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation? All right. It says, then I turned, Salakia. I'm reading something different. But that was it on that Habakkuk 3 and 8, mentioning and thy chariots of salvation. These so-called UFOs or UAPs, they're coming to save the Lord's elect, okay? But with that being said, we just saw how they could get active, taking on the hit of a Hellfire missile and not being affected by it. So just imagine if it would retaliate. Esau ain't ready for that, but let's play this one.
Something massive has passed in front of the sun yesterday. Look at it.
Look at the size of the chariot,
It is
man.
massive.
Look at the size of that chariot. Look at the size of that chariot.
This is on 10-minute increments.
That big planet-looking thing is a chariot. That just shows you how glorious and how mighty Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is and what he has in store for us. But real quick, let's go to Chat GPT. And hold on. Real quick. Chat GPT. It says, okay, so I asked it, how much bigger is the sun compared to the earth? All right, so you saw the size of that chariot past the sun, and here we are on the planet Earth. Now look at what it says. Let me go to the volume. So it says the sun could fit about 1.3 million Earths inside it. The sun, we're talking about, the sun could fit about 1.3 million Earths inside it. So just imagine how big that chariot is. All right. You know, not saying that that's the actual chariot Yahweh Shai is coming in, but just to show you what we prophesying, we ain't making nothing up, man. And especially whenever the times continue to roll out how they are, and the Lord just shows you, you know, brings his presence to this earth, niggas are about to tremble. Niggas are about to get scared, man. All right? We are not out here losing. We are not out here losing, man. As long as we remain faithful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and receive mercy, we're in the best position we could be with this truth, man. But real quick, Jeremiah 10:2. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. And real quick, any of the ways of the heathen. Okay? And one of them, they're afraid of the signs of heavens. They're afraid of the signs of heaven. They're afraid of the UFOs, what they call them UFOs. They're really chariots of Israel. All right? And they know that it's not no little damn green ass aliens inside of them. All right? This is the real reason. Let me get it. This is the real reason why they fear these UFOs, how they say. But I'm just sticking to the fact of the chariots. All right? What am I looking for? Psalms. Real quick. Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. This is why Esau and these other nations, you know, have a fear towards the sign of heaven mentioned in these chariots. Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. It says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and the Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. They didn't just see, you know, it wasn't a green Martian flying the craft and deflecting the missile. No, an angel is inside of that. The first video that we saw. All right, then the second video we saw the same thing, and it said the Lord is among them. All right, that's who operates those chariots, so-called UFOs or UAPs, the holy angels. All right, hold on. Let's go to Matthew 24. This shit is over with for Esau and his heathen. That was a great sign. To me, that was a sign of victory. We are not out here alone. We are not out here bugging out. What the Lord is doing is so far out of this earth where people don't have faith and they can't make it up. Like as far as put their finger on it, what it is, because they've been blind to the truth. The average person don't know what the hell it is, but these damn Edomites in a high level, high positions, they know what the hell is going on. And these niggas are nervous and they can't do shit about it because their kingdom is coming to an end. Matthew 24 and 30, it says, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, which are the chariots. They shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Imagine coming to the earth in something much greater in size than the earth, as I just played in that video. Yahweh Shai is coming to make a statement, man, and everybody's going to witness that. The power and the glory. That's why it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, is going to be the strangeness of salvation. Okay? Let me continue verse 31, because a lot of people aren't expecting the Lord to come back in that fashion. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. So the angels are coming with Yahweh Shai upon his return. And they shall gather together his elect from one wind. Oh, Salaki says from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So the Lord is coming back in what this place calls a UFO or UAP with his angels with him. All right. And he's going to deliver his elect only from wherever they have been scattered. But this just shows you the power that the Lord has, man. Deflecting some damn missiles, then just popping up past the sun just to show you, you know, what the Lord has in store. But I just wanted to get that. That was a faith booster, you know, for us, because we are not out here losing. We are not out here bad, you know. And real quick, the people are going to mourn and tremble and be brokenhearted and broken spirited at Yahweh Shai's return, because he ain't coming out here handing out treats to everybody. Only the elect are going to be saved, and everybody's going to have to suffer the wrath to come. Real quick, before I get Isaiah 65, one of my go-tos lately. What am I looking for? Oh, I got it. Nope. Okay, there we go. Salaki. It's Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6 and 7. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So again, the Lord is being reiterated. The Lord is coming back with his mighty angels. All right. And we just read the fashion he's coming back in with the chariots. So those who are troubled, you know, being an Israelite in this day and age, striving, you know, for the truth, you know, until the end, just trying to maintain our integrity and our faith and a healthy fear towards Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. While, though we suffer, while we are in the hands of our enemies, while we are oppressed, it says, rest with us. That word rest goes into a more tolerable condition. How do you get that? Dive into these scriptures. Get edified by you know, starting with the apostles on down. Get edified by the prophets. You know, the Lord has mercy and compassion on his people right now, you know, which is comforting. You know, imagine seeing that, not knowing what the hell is going on. But through these scriptures, or through these precepts, we get understanding. Oh, that's what Esau calls a UFO, but we know through the scriptures what we seen were chariots or clouds, how, you know, how the Bible tells them, you know. But verse 8, just adding on, how Yahweh Shai is coming back, it says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So it's going to be a terrible event taking place when Yahweh Shai makes his return, because a lot of people reject this truth. A lot of people don't know about it. The Lord hasn't revealed it unto them. All right. So one day they're going to be held accountable for everything that they've done against the truth. All right. But just hitting the point of Yahweh Shai is coming back with them angels, and it's not going to be a great sighting for everybody. A lot of people are going to be terrified. And as you've seen in the video, you know, the man speaking, he was nervous as hell. And that wasn't That's not the time of Yahweh return where everybody's going to see him. Like it tells you in what is that? Isaiah the 19th chapter. But let me read this first. Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." A recompense, as we read in 2 Thessalonians. Yahweh Shai is coming back with vengeance. A lot of wickedness has been going on. Now finally it's time for judgment, man. Very soon. And this is where our hope lies. As soon as this takes place, we're out. We're out of this fucking captivity, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the Lord's elect. Until the next time I say shalom.